Motors.
Right now at all 4 Dion locations, save an extra 10% off Dion Fur's already reduced prices of 50% and more. That extra 10% will save you hundreds, even thousands of dollars.
Now you'll not only own your own Dion, you'll make out like a bandit.
Come in and save an extra 10%.
I certainly did.
If you want to buy a new Cadillac for a lot less money, visit Lawrence Cadillac in Brookfield.
For example, this unbeatable price buys this Lawrence Cadillac Sedan DeVille, and comparable savings are available on all our Cadillac models.
And remember, whatever Cadillac you choose, we guarantee you the very best price, or we'll give you back the difference in cash.
At Lawrence Cadillac, 9540 Ogden Avenue, just east of Mannheim, where you always save more money.
Oh, honey, I should really go check in with the babysitter.
Good idea.
Hi, Debbie.
Hi.
How are the kids?
Oh, they're both asleep.
Good. Well, we'll be home soon.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
Isn't it nice to know that no matter where you are, with Illinois Bell, you're always as close as our next public phone.
Everything's fine.
Illinois Bell, an Ameritech company.
Tonight, no sympathy for the CTA from Mayor Daley. He says the agency should first cut costs in its bureaucracy before resorting to fare hikes or cuts in service. The CTA has proposed closing 16 rapid transit stations, including this one at Dempster and Evanston, and 25 bus routes. This has CTA riders in an uproar, and the mayor sympathizes with them.
People have to get to and from their jobs, to and from recreation facilities. A lot of people use the CTA, don't have a car, especially getting to and from a job. And so that's what you have to look at.
Next week, a CTA committee will meet to consider speeding up a fare restructuring plan to stave off some of the more controversial service reductions.
Here's a pleasant midwinter thought for Cubs fans. Opening day at Wrigley Field is just 3 months away. Today, thousands of diehard fans were at the ball yard hoping to purchase season tickets. One of the lucky ones was in line early to get his seats.
Let me hear ya! Woo! Yeah! This is going to be great.
and tried his seats out early as well, you see. Tickets for individual games go on sale February 23rd. You'll probably be back there again.
Yeah. Boy, oh boy, I'll tell you. Disney World tonight. Bulls welcomed Orlando to the Magic Stadium this evening, where Michael and the guys were looking for revenge in a franchise record-tying 12th straight win at home. They got him. First, Michael, though, went to the bench to dust off Red Kerr and Jimmy Durham. They were ready for him. Then he dusted off the Magic. They weren't ready at all. Pick it up with the flying Wallenda from Paxson, and Mike hangs around to admire it. This stuff all night long. The Bulls at the other end now. Double team, forced the turnover. BJ gets it and tries to go behind his back. He can't, but Scotty gets the loose change and rings it up. Pippen with 19. And then Hodges finds Mike in midair again. Jordan with 43 on the night, and the hits just keep on coming. Jordan in the corner comes up with a steal, then bobs and weaves through traffic out to Pippen. Scotty with a tomahawk rim wrecker. You want one more? All right, we'll give you one more. The give-and-go glider. Pippen to Mike. The Bulls win at 127-116.
The challenge is for us, for me, I think, is to play on the road, because everybody expects you to lose on the road, and that's the challenge of it all, is to go out and overcome all the negative expectations that people have for you. And it's so easy to win at home, but it's so tough to win on the road.
Yeah, elsewhere, it was in your face, Dick Versace. The two teams chasing the Bulls went at it. Pistons, Joe Dumars with the steal. Back to Isaiah. Back to Joe. Detroit hammers Indiana 122-99. Chuck Person says, get out of my face. Having trouble with the scoreboard, so we'll move on. How about this for a headline? Blackhawks get Lemieux. Well, they did. Unfortunately, it's not Mario. The Hawks today acquired winger Jocelyn Lemieux from Montreal for future considerations. This Lemieux is the brother of Claude and was the Blues' #1 pick in '86. Only one NHL game tonight. Vancouver beat Washington 5-2. In soccer, the Power beat Hershey 12-2. Well, the NFL playoffs come tomorrow. Minnesota at San Francisco, Buffalo at Cleveland, where Webster, Slaughter, and a bunch of other Browns are spraying their shoes orange. This started with a game against the Bears. Webster says it gives him extra energy. But Bud Carson's getting extra angry hearing that his team is already talking about taking on Denver.
How could anybody think about Denver when you're playing Buffalo? Buffalo has been the preseason favorite to win the AFC all year. They're 5-2 in the AFC. 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 Th we know they're a talented football team. I mean, anybody that's looking beyond Buffalo is out of their mind.
Actually, if you look beyond Buffalo, you see Canada. And if you're looking for something to do besides what? Watch football all weekend, you can go out to the amphitheater where the USAC midgets will be racing. And these little guys can really mix it up. Time trials at 6, racing at 7. Or you can catch the last 2 days of the boat show at McCormick Place featuring my old buddy, Camille Duval. Yes, she looks like a model, but she's actually the world's greatest water skier. It'll be great to see her again. You see, Camille and I first met when I was performing at Cypress Gardens.
Just you heard the name professional. Some will fall and some will fly. It's an old dream coming true. Just like the red, the white, and the blue. It's the greatest American ski show.
Yeah, those were the good old days, you know, when I was young and reckless.
What form, what grace.
Yeah, now
Mark,
I'm just
you're
old
incredible.
and ridiculous.
You know, Jackie wasn't going to say anything, but I think I can say for her that when she was a little girl, she used to watch you at Cypress.
Is that right? Well, you know, I appreciate that.
I
can live with that. It's okay. I'm comfortable with what I'm doing now. It's just that those were good times.
And we'll be back in a moment.
Whatever the size, a boat is a luxury item.
The boat is probably the last thing you buy after you buy your home and a car. And it's one of those things that you buy after you've formed your family because it provides that kind of recreation, entertainment that families look for.
The economy is in its 8th straight year of expansion. And after a boating boom, sales were down 15% last year, but the outlook is upbeat on the showroom floor. John Moulis sells entry-level boats in Fox Lake and Warrenville.
I feel that it's the middle class or the upper class of boating that may slow down a little bit, but the entry level, there's always people that want to get out there on the water.
Just as in cars, in boats, the trend is to add optional equipment, making a more expensive and profitable boat.
Better lighting, probably better carpeting, more creature comforts, better storage space.
But for all that, the average American boat still costs $8,400. The industry is still heavily American-dominated, but the imports are starting to break in. A cynic once observed that if you wanted to get the same thrill of boating without the boating, all you had to do was stand in a cold shower and tear up $100 bills. But obviously, that's an equation that some people feel very comfortable with. Now, this is more my speed. No engines, no sales, no high price tag. Canoes aren't back. They never left. Do you subscribe to the saying, love many, trust few, and always paddle your own canoe?
I'd not heard it, but I'd buy it hook, line, and sinker, sure.
From the Boat Show, Ray Suarez, Channel 5 News.
And Jackie Ray said he didn't buy, he was there to look.
Should have gotten the canoe. Just ahead, Tom Scherer in the sports with a look at Michael and Milwaukee. We'll be right back.
It's Homemaker's famous bruised and reduced clearance this weekend, and even I'm impressed. Look at this beautiful dresser, solid cherry. But if you look carefully, you'll see a few little scratches. So now it's 40% off. There are also hundreds of pieces in A1 condition. Beautiful floor samples and overstocks, all reduced 20 to 70% during Homemaker's bruised and reduced clearance. Nice to save money on good furniture, huh?
Those April showers. Dinner with Amanda. You remember that? Conference in Colorado? Ah, yes. You used to hate April. Taxes, sorting through receipts. But as a Gold Card member, you get this year-end summary of charges. Itemized, civilized, far less taxing.
Whenever April showers come along.
The American Express. Gold Card.
Hi, I'm Katie O'Connor for O'Connor Hyundai. Thank you for making us the #1 Hyundai dealer in the nation. We have 100 new Hyundais in our luxurious showroom with rebates up to $1,000 cash.
5-minute financing.
Price from $56.88 or $117 per month.
Best service.
Over 300 in stock, and you'll get your own Easy Dial, right, Dan?
Right, Katie. We offer value, selection, and price second to none.
If anyone can, O'Connor can.
O'Connor Hyundai, 9205 Southwestern.
Panama's Noriega was the funnel for the drug lord's money. Finally, he's been captured. Now NBC takes you behind Noriega to the source.
Next time, bring better weapons.
A ruthless billionaire drug lord.
I buy you the country. How much can a small country be?
Who controls the people, the police, and all the power.
They are bought and paid for.
He built a drug empire at the expense of America's future.
We take their money and we steal a little bit of their soul.
The story of a cartel's rise to power and the men who must bring it down. Drug Wars, Sunday.
Real busy night in sports. Tom Shear's here with the details.
All right, we'll start with the Blackhawks start. Big night at the stadium, but not for Wayne Van Dorp. Before the Blackhawks took on the Flyers, they learned Van Dorp had been suspended for 10 games for that December brawl with Minnesota. 2 North Stars players were also suspended. Van Dorp's exile began with tonight's game against Philly at the stadium. There he is with the binoculars. On the left, another suspended player from last week, Dave Manson. All right, first period, midway through, Steve Larmer shoots it through the slot toward the goal. Al Secord is there to grab the loose puck. His 7th goal of the season. It was 2-1 Hawks after 1. Second period on the power play, Dennis Savard to Adam Creighton. He gets the goal there. Creighton's 19th of the year. Is Adam Creighton having a good season or what? Special teams playing well, too. Still in the second, Larmer with the shot. Out to Savard goes the puck, and he puts it in. Goalie screen there. Hawks were leading 4-1 after 2. They are leading now 6-3 late in the third period at the stadium. Elsewhere on the scoreboard, we'll just tell them to you. There we go. Toronto was the winner over Los Angeles. Minnesota by 1 over Detroit. Third period now, the St. Louis club, the Blues are leading the Rangers by a goal. Boston and Pittsburgh also winners. The Islanders are winners tonight. Hartford and Edmonton tied. Montreal a winner over Buffalo. Well, after 12 straight wins at home, the Bulls were looking down the barrel of a shotgun starting tonight. Their next 4 are on the road. That stretch didn't start good. It began tonight in Milwaukee. It looked like more of the same. Michael and Scottie Pippen. Pippen getting the basket. Bulls led by 3 after the first quarter, but that was it. Loose ball grabbed by Jay Humphries. Turns around, hits. Milwaukee led by 9 after 3 quarters, and then they really took off. When Ricky Pierce hit this 3-pointer in the 4th, the Bulls were down by 14. They lost by 13, 96-83, despite 35 by Michael. There's your final. The actual final is 118-111. The Bulls losing it big tonight, losing it by 7 points. They made it close toward the end. Detroit was the winner over New York. Charlotte down to Indiana. The Bulls still lead by a game. Atlanta and Cleveland were winners. Houston, San Antonio, and Boston also took their games. Well, for the second year in a row, the Fighting Illini went into Minnesota undefeated and highly ranked. And once again, the Gophers beat the Fighting Illini. After the first couple of minutes, Illinois never even had the lead, so they had to enjoy what they could get early. Kendall Gill, nice jam off the baseline. That was about it. They weren't psyched for very long. Too many Illinois turnovers. Steve Bardo with a bad pass. Minnesota led by 11 at halftime off gifts like that. The basket for Kevin Lynch in the jam. Instant replay. Yes, indeed. Illinois gives it up again. Marcus Liberty did it. Melvin Newbern going in. He had a game-high 27 points. Minnesota beat Illinois by 17 tonight. DePaul and Loyola at the horizon. Keir Rogers off the steal. Watch this move. Nice feed for Brian Wolf. Ramblers trail by only 1 at halftime, but the Demons outscored them 13-0 at the start of the second half. The Loyola save goes to DePaul. Some great passing here by the basket. Look at this, and it finally goes to Melvon Foster, who slams it home as the Demons beat Loyola 71-56 to avenge last year's 1-point loss. On the scoreboard, DePaul now 7-7, Illinois 11-1. Purdue beats Northwestern at West Lafayette. Ohio State and Michigan State are winners. Syracuse, an upset loser at home to Villanova. Kansas had no problem with Winthrop. Georgetown and Oklahoma were winners. Missouri, UNLV, and LSU took their ball games. UIC a winner. Northern Illinois a loser. Illinois State a 10-point winner. Western Ill was a winner, as was Chicago State. Xavier, however, was the winner over Marquette. Marquette losing 86-80. And forget that last score, 0-0. Well, on this playoff Saturday, the Oilers have finally sent head coach Jerry Glanville packing. They say it was by mutual decision. Either way, Glanville knew he's been on thin ice for a while. In fact, he interviewed for the Atlanta job this week. Okay, on to the games. First of all, San Francisco and Minnesota. That's the 49ers' Steve Wallace with a purse. Well, I'm not going to call it a purse. You can. Joe Montana was terrific, passing for 4 touchdowns, beating the blitz to Jerry Rice, who then proceeds to beat up the Minnesota defense, just picking its way through here. Rice going 72 yards for one of his 2 touchdowns. How about the day Rice had? Montana threw for 247 yards. Rolling here, rolling, still rolling. Looking for Brent Jones. It looks like the Dwight Clark's miracle catch. Nice play, and the Niners were really in command, up 27-3 at halftime. The defense crushed the Vikings. Starter Wade Wilson, one of 2 sacks he suffered in the second quarter. He was eventually taken out. Tommy Kramer didn't fare much better. Kramer tees it up, and Ronnie Lott takes it out of the air. An easy interception. Lott going 58 yards for the touchdown. The Niners just really had no trouble at all today. How about Roger Craig? He rushed for 125 yards and a score, the first player to get 100 against Minnesota since he did it last year. The Niners crushed the Vikings 41-13. In the AFC, Buffalo's Don Beebe took the hit from Felix Wright and landed, look at this, on his head. Can suffer a serious injury that way, but he was okay. Bernie Kosar passed for 3 touchdowns, 2 of them in the first quarter, including 52 yards to Webster Slaughter. Twice the Browns led by 10 points, and the dog pound was in hog heaven. But a dropped pass in the last 10 seconds of the game, Buffalo could have won it with that. They dropped it and lost it to Cleveland, which moves on now to the AFC Championship game.
Thank you, Tom. Wow.
We'll be back in a minute.
The best things in life are worth waiting for. The best furs at the best prices. But best of all, you waited for the Bonwit Teller fur sale. This weekend at the Westin Hotel. For 3 days only, every fur will be 50 to 60% regular prices. Mink, fox, beaver, and more. Fabulous furs from Dior and Oscar de la Renta. Starting Friday, the best fur will be your fur at the Bonwit Teller fur sale. Cotillion Ballroom, Westin Hotel, 909 North Michigan Avenue.
What would it take to get you to listen to a new radio station?
Are we talking dollars here?
Well, say you had a chance to win maybe...
$1,000?
Try $10,000.
What station?
The new Mix 102 FM.
The new Mix 102?
Just jot down any 4 songs in a row you hear and send them to the new Mix 102.
Well, then I've got to listen to win, right?
Hey, wouldn't you for $10,000?
Well, for $10,000, I'd make my mother listen.
The new Mix 102 FM could make you $10,000 richer.
So what kind of music?
Hey, you got to listen.
Yeah.
Super Bowl Record Book is sponsored by Illinois State Lottery.
Super Bowl 16, Ken Anderson of the Cincinnati Bengals completed 73.5% of his passes and set an all-time record. Who beat that record? The answer after this message.
I'd buy some beautiful slack outfits, and I'd buy one of those evening outfits with the tight pants and the 3/4 coat that fits over, and they're always in such nice shimmery material, and I would just love to have something like that in purple or red. Bill always says purple makes him passionate, but I like red too.
In Super Bowl 21, Phil Simms of the New York Giants had a fantastic afternoon, completing 88% of his passes, 22 of 25. For MVP Phil Simms, a page in the Super Bowl record book.
Updating an earlier story, a Chicago police officer was shot this evening at the Robert Taylor Housing Project. No word on the officer's condition, but police now say they do have a suspect in custody. And that'll do it for tonight. We thank you for joining us.
Thanks for watching. Good night.
Bye.
Furniture's 20-hour sale has been extended because of the tremendous response we had last weekend. This special sale won't be offered again. Hurry on over for once-a-year savings from 25 to 75% off on over 3,000 items. Now's the time to find the year's lowest prices on quality furniture like Thomasville and Pennsylvania House. And don't forget there's 0% interest and no payment due till July 1990. So hurry now to Darvin Furniture's extended 20-hour sale this Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Don't miss it.
Used car buyers, would you rather shop at an open lot like this or protected from the snow and rain under Solozzi Edelson's huge red canopy?
We've got one of Chicagoland's largest and finest selection of one-owner low-mileage used cars and trucks, completely winterized and ready for immediate delivery.
You won't find a better deal anywhere than at Solozzi Edelson Chevrolet in Elmhurst at York and Roosevelt Roads, where you always save more money.